Let me know if you can hear me and if I'm generally live. Let me just lower that. Let me know if the music is too loud. Let me know if you're chilling today. Are we chilling today? Oh, obviously. Obviously, that's what I did. Never mind. We'll just start from the beginning. The music is supposed to be okay from what I see. Hello, Pia. Hello, the vegan. Anthem. What's up, Brett? Is it Brett or is it Bretta? I am now confused about your name again. Oh, what should I call you at least? Hello, Luis. Hello, Alicia. And the Footloose Pickle. Interesting name. What's up, what's up, what's up? Yeah, so we're just gonna chill today. We're not gonna have debates or upsetting subjects. Oh, I guess upsetting subjects are not gonna be avoided too much. I didn't even turn the light thingy. Let me just turn on the light thingy 1 sec. What color do you like, guys? What color do you want? By the way, the mess is here to stay. I'm just not gonna clean up next time for live streams ever. It's just not gonna happen. I think you should know who I am. I am a messy person. So the mess is here to stay. The couch is a working couch. She's here to hold my clothes that I'm not done with yet. And other random shit. It's just how it's gonna be. So what color do you like? The purple is a little blown out. Brett is good, okay. Why are there only 4 colors? Used to be more. Oh, there you go, red. Green. Green is my favorite in this case. Blue. That's white, if you believe it or not. Looks weird on the wall, but on the camera. There you go, that looks chill enough. Let's just use this. It looks pink on the camera. Maybe it's just my screen. I don't know. Anyway, how have you been doing? It's been a while since I went live. Tell me how you're doing. Put, if you like, don't want to elaborate, just put 1 in the chat if you're generally okay. Put 2 in the chat if life sucks or something. You're very quiet, guys. Oh, arthritis is acting up. I'm so sorry to hear. Yeah, that sucks. Yeah, health is weird. Bodies are weird. Can't wait for us to invent, like, all the drugs in the world that prevent aging. Can't wait for surgery to not be a thing anymore. For chronic pain to not be a thing anymore. Just take a pill, grow a bunch of muscle. We already have pill for some stuff, right? We already have pill for really rapidly become thinner. But things are happening. I don't know if I want to address it though, if you don't mind. Things are not copacetic though. Things are not just neutral, so it's one of the reasons that we're chilling and we're not doing anything too upsetting. Anyways, so this is my site. I think a lot of you are familiar with it. And it just needs work, man. It's I'm always tweaking the aesthetic stuff, but it actually like needs proper editing, like reorganization and shit. And I think I am now happy with like all the clickable parts, right? So for instance, why vegan leads to nowhere. Perfect. Perfect. It's supposed to lead to... I wonder why. I guess I haven't fixed it yet. Yeah, you see, so things have changed. I've made like structural changes in the site. And so that's why a bunch of stuff are not working now. So let me just fix this one at least. By the way, this is like a neat trick that ChatGPT suggested after seriously literal ages of scrutiny. You can go into like, if you want like clickable shapes like this, you can't do it in the Google site. You have to go to Google Drawings, and then you can like draw a shape and write in it, and then like assign oh, you can't see any of that shit. Let me just change the restrictions on the share, on the screen share, 1 sec, because it's way too wide. Holy fuck. Ooh. What have we got here? No, that's good. And what do we got here? Yeah, that's good as well. Much better. Holy fuck. So, you can link to it, and then you can embed it in Google Site, and it becomes like a clickable shape. I think you can do the same with an image. So you can like bring in an image and then make it clickable. So once I changed the structure of the site, it stopped being all the links changed. So I fucked myself. If you are not a religious person, you would appreciate the swearing, I guess. So let me just change that. Apply. Yeah, that's Kathy, yeah. Kathy, you keep changing your name. What's going on? So let's say we are home. Now is it gonna be clickable? Yes. Now it's clickable. So what I was thinking is creating like I was asked this actually more than a month ago, trying to confuse people. Well, then change your picture as well. Oh, don't please. Like, that's the only way we recognize you. the Footloose Pickle is cute. So it's a cute name. Your newest hobby, that's good. Are you, how do you come up with the names? Anyways, what I was asked to do is like create like a graphic for crop depths. And it's been a while since I was asked to do this. And I just never got to it. But it would be like a really good addition to my site. And a good breakdown of this complex argument, frankly. A lot of people say, well, it's a silly argument. I don't think so. I mean, I do sometimes, because sometimes people cash it out to be kind of incredibly silly, right? If they only talk about the mammals, it's really silly. I think the anti-vegans should concentrate on talking about insects, frankly, right? The pesticides and stuff, and not the mammals. That's a silly argument, indeed. But the entire thing should be like very clear. It should have like a clear graphic. And yeah, I guess that's what I'm gonna try to do today. Guys, is the music okay for you? Is it too quiet, too loud? Let me know. Because it's a bit loud for me, but it's different scales. This one has to do with... Oh, I can bring it up right there. This one has to do with my favorite one-man band channel. An inside joke. Okay. Hey, what's up, Joe? So Lee Dooley is Joe from yesterday's debate on Vegan Gaze's channel. In case you didn't know, that's the same guy. Music is okay. All right. Awesome. So, and a lot of those things are already working as well. But I will fix the links later. It's a me, Joey. Oh, I don't know what the O does in the end. I'm not familiar with that dialect. Music is fine. Awesome. So that's what I was thinking. Going through what I have on crop depths, what I can actually add, like as an information. So Joe, it's really good for you that you are here. And then you don't have to stay, by the way. I know you're a very busy person. And yeah, and see if we can create like a flow chart. And then what I was thinking is like creating an image and then implanting, like leaving space for those kind of shapes, and then implanting like links to like expanded information about crop depths. But got to go. Yeah. Just pop into give a like and say hi. Give a like, people. Say hi if you're lurking, by the way. I really always appreciate when the lurkers say hi. You know what I mean? Yeah. Well, I really don't feel like it. It's been what's up, Evil Shepherd, Evil Steven. So I really don't feel like doing it, but we gotta do it, right? So here's the information I already have, and it's all kind of weird. I usually show this video where, you know, the person gets under the combine harvester and not getting harmed. And then I show the blades of the forage So I guess I would need to create like some kind of a structure. So I'm gonna add this. I've been really using notes like a lot lately. But lately I mean couple of years. Really like this app. So what do I have? So one thing that I have is the proximity and the size of blades to the earth. We are not expecting to have great success at typing today. And then the next thing I have is it takes a second to upload to is this site. So the number of animals killed to produce 1 million calories. The number of, what did I call it? I didn't call it. Let me just bring it down like that. Number of animals killed from animal foods, and this would need to be elaborated. Okay. This is just like when people make the claim that almonds and avocados kill bees. This is the counter evidence. So that's not... I guess I could bring that into... bees being saved by the almond. Because, again, anti-vegans just need to reformulate their claim, because the way it stands right now is just like empirically incorrect from the very little evidence that we do have, right? So I think they need to concentrate not on bees, because Piers Morgan keeps banging on about them, but like on again, pesticide insects, for real. Because then it's like actually would fall into plausible empirically that like if, for instance, we reduce the actual amount of actual crops we grow for animals and use like mostly, for instance, leftovers and foraging, right? It could be that the scale tilts, and some plant foods could be actually killing more insects than the animal foods. It's just like, it's not true in this world, in right now, in this reality, right? It could be. Maybe. I'm guessing, right? I don't even know if it's plausible, like logistic-wise, to take all the food that we throw out and feed 100% of it to animals. Somehow. No idea. But that's at least like, if I was like an anti-vegan, I would want to be in that sphere of empirics. Because this shit is debunkable. Really easy. Banana milk. Ooh. I've been wanting to try banana milk. I never did. Just sounds delicious as fuck. There are like two types of the thing that is called banana milk though, isn't it? It's like banana flavored milk, vegan milk obviously. And then there is like an actual milk from an actual banana, which sounds like a fucking myth. 'Cause banana is starchy as fuck, isn't it? And slimy as fuck. Unless you break down the enzymes the way you do with oats, you must. gotta buy some of those enzymes. Guys, I'm just spreading all over today. That's what's gonna be. You shouldn't expect any linearity from me today. It's gonna be a lot of tangents and I don't know. We're just vibing, we're just chilling, we're just like Baldy almond in a tree. So the claim is specifically about honeybees. Honeybees. Right. What else do we have? Oh, by the way, I don't know if you're familiar with this. So this is from like a survey, national survey that was made, but for the participants were like beekeepers for honey. And in that survey, VPM, do you have a number of estimated crop deaths? On non-vegan claimed the number is 7-something billion. First of all, is it like globally for vegans? Is it globally for crop deaths? Or is it like for one person, 7 billion deaths? So there was this one guy on Twitter throwing, at first they made the claim that it's countless, that vegans kill countless animals, which was funny. Because then later, they themselves provided me with a graphic. Let me just, one sec. So let me see if you can see this. Yeah, no, let's, I don't feel comfortable showing a Twitter like that, but I did already. Okay. So, they're saying, hunters kill 2 deer a year. They eat nothing else, right? And then, I don't even know where this graphic is from. It's so silly. It looks like, generated, by AI or something. And vegans kill, like, average 7 field, they have, like, average 7 field deaths. This, of course, doesn't account for, as I said, first of all, pesticides. And second of all, maybe it accounts for pesticides. I don't even know, right? There's like so little information in this graph. And this doesn't have like, I went to Davis 2003. He doesn't make the claim that it's 7 deaths. And I couldn't find Lamy 2007. And I stopped bothering. Hey, what's up, Michael? And this doesn't account that a hunter also eats veg. But I wouldn't use this, Pia. I would ask for evidence for that claim. If it's 7 billion, then there should be like empirics on that. Right? There should be empirics on that. In general, when people make a claim, they should back it up. And if they're making an empirical claim, I wouldn't progress anywhere until they provided evidence for the claim. And then you should scrutinize that evidence. That's what I usually do. And if usually the evidence is like just like vibes, and they can't provide anything, they just can like continue making claims. And claims are not evidence. So us as vegans should stop defending ourselves and we should start asking for evidence, right? And then If it's true that it's 7 billion, whatever, I'm guessing it's meant globally for crops. Only 1 to 2% of those crops are being eaten by vegans. So, great. Just means nothing. It's just like such a, sounds like such a general empiric. All right, so this makes the claim that let's see, in the 7 previous US surveys, beekeepers that are migratory or use their colonies to pollinate almonds had equal or lower losses compared to beekeepers that do not do these practices. These results suggest that moving colonies or pollinating almonds does not increase the chance of mortality, as some have suggested. In fact, there may be a benefit associated with pollinating almonds. All the management practices employed by beekeepers that pollinate almonds better protect colonies. This does say that it may not be applicable to other countries, because obviously, like, climates are different and stuff like that, and practices are different, transportations are different. In any case, if anti-vegans actually understood what veganism is, they would probably go for making the claim, well, almonds exploit bees. Which is true. Or almond farmers, almond production exploits bees, which is true. And to that I would usually say that this can be rehabilitated, where the honey production will always need to exploit bees. That's assuming that bees are sentient, of course. So we mustn't be afraid of this Piers Morgan claim, because he's empirically wrong. It seems to be. Yeah. That being said, Felix, hello. Not forget to stay hydrated. Got it. I got it. Yeah, Felix is back. Felix has done a revolutionary, fantastic job the other day, and I was glad I was partially, by the way, being able to witness it. Felix, do you know if anybody recorded that machine thing? Because I would love to hear it back, frankly, because I heard only parts of it, which is annoying to me. The trait removing machine. Because I understood the machine part, that's obvious, but I didn't hear the last part properly, where he made the trait claims, and then how you debunked those trait claims. That's the part that I wasn't be able to hear fully. Oh, I would appreciate that, Felix. I would appreciate that. Right, so we have the bee thing. Honeybees are being saved by almond industry. And then we have this part. Mammals who die for crops. So, in this space, we should look at it more introspectively into this part of the site, because, or this part of the graphic, because there are a couple of things here that we need to point out. One of them is that 43% of cropland crops are fed to animals. I don't know if this is something that I would actually have to figure out if this part includes forage or not. I'm gonna have to check that. And then 57% are used to produce direct human food, plant food. And then all of this thing, is it 4 billion hectares altogether? 4.13 billion hectares together. So this is almost 3 billion hectares are used as pasture. And I don't know if that means just like actual grass and shit, or if they mean the feedlots as well, just like brown shitty space that animals are being piled on, right? I'm guessing it's the latter, but I would have to check that. And so this is more of like a yeah. So you can say that. Sorry, really hard to think. Nice vibe, yeah. But I'm having a hard time thinking how to explain this. Because I'm trying to create the infographic, right? Or the flowchart. So 43% of crops are used to feed animals and 57% to feed people. So the claim, in this case at least, that most crops are fed to animals is incorrect, right? So only 43%, less than half, are fed to animals. Yeah, sure, vegans are responsible for one sliver of this. But the reduction, the point is, if we want like a vegan future, this would reduce cropland by 200 million hectares. I think I made the calculation before. And pastures kill a bunch of animals as well, right? So, hey, what's up, Neil? So it's not like this is a sin-free land, right? But this graphic needs to be used smarter when it's like in a flowchart. Because usually I just like throw it around. But in a flowchart, this needs to be used smarter. So the claim is basically, if we achieve the vegan world, not only would we reduce pasture land by to zero, basically, so by 100%, so 3 billion hectares freed up immediately. Depending on what you do with that land, you're either gonna kill more animals on it or less, like as a consequence, right? As like a consequentialist thing. I guess not a consequentialist, it's a fresh deontologist thing as well. And then, but you even gonna reduce the cropland by 200 million hectares. And that's not little. Sorry, 200 million hectares. That's not little, that's a lot. That's a lot of hectares. Oh, sorry. Oh, like, the problem that I don't know how much this is. Actually, it doesn't say, but I remember it. Oh, it does. 1.24 billion hectares. That's the cropland, and then it becomes so 240 million. Am I doing it correctly? I'm notoriously bad at counting. So you have, like, if we reduce billion to 1,000, and then a million is 1, right? Billion is 1,000 millions. Am I correct? Yeah. And then so... Oh. This thing notoriously not working. So this is 1.24 billions represented in 1,000. And then if I divide it by 1,000. So 1.24 million hectares. So I don't know if... What am I trying to say? Hold on. Guys, we are not sharp today. You can see why I wasn't streaming. I am not the sharpest. So this is in millions actually. So 1,240 million is 1.24 billion. So the reduction would be by 240 million. Yes, I was correct. Jesus Christ. That took me a while. Any math whizzes in here? So let's write it down. Another thing that we have here. Vegan world reduces crop death potential by, it will be like 20%, I think. Yeah, by 20%. Yeah, that's fair to claim, right? If you have like 125 is 100%. So a reduction of 25 would be 20%, yeah. Plus eliminate pasture plus eliminate slaughter of animals for food, slaughter of animals. Right, and then what else do we have? Oh yeah, the dairy farm. The magnum opus of dairy farms. So this is actually like a Google link. So me and Joe have done a stream about this place. Control, yeah. So each one of those is a dairy calf hatch. And there are 72,000 of those right here. And then if you zoom out, and they're like, the dairy cows are here, I think, somewhere. Right, so there's like a, what is this actually? Just like a bunch of land. I don't know what that is. But those are the dairy sheds where the grown-up animals are. And that's the hatches. Look how far away they are. Holy shit. That's like... It's like crazy how far away they take them. And those are probably like some kind of a maternal ward or something. And then when you zoom out, so this is 72,000 hatches. You look at the feed, which is what this picture is. The feed for this production, this operation, are those green circles. This is what is called a self-sustaining farm, factory farm, right? Because they grow all the feed around them. And the amount is kind of crazy. And all of those circles are being harvested. So it's not like anybody can make the claim. So this is just like going to be like an example or something. I don't know if it needs to be how it needs to be an example of dairy farm with the feed around it. So, and then we probably can add something about trophic levels in here. So trophic levels. What else would you guys add as like a counterclaim to crop deaths? I probably have it on the site. But what do you think? What do you say to crop deaths, I guess, is my question. Oh, the royalty-free music. It's a hit and miss. Hit and miss. Oh. You're being quiet, guys. Is anybody still watching? You don't want to play with me. All right. I guess letting me think for myself. I have the least cooperative audience on all of YouTube. That's fine. I love you guys anyways. So if we're creating a flowchart, probably start on small scale and go into the large scale, wouldn't you? So on a small scale, sorry if you can hear the woo-woos. And then, I don't know what that means, small scale and large scale. That's not what the definitions I would give it. So maybe go from present to future. So the present is such. Present to future. Would be a good flow. Or so that would sound something like presently. Hey, what's up, Fush? There are no soon-to-be vegans in the chat today. This is too boring. I'm too low energy for any of the future vegans to be here. Oh no, the crop. First of all, that's a lot. And second of all, that's just like, that's just on the cropland. We're kind of avoiding talking about the pasture land here, aren't we? Right, Pio? Sorry, this is... So all of this, that's gonna be also like reduction in the use of pesticides, in the killing of small and large mammals and shit like that. But I don't even know, like, I don't usually make that point too much Oh, I didn't corpse deaths. I have something here that could actually be of interest. Where did I put it? I think here. So, yeah, I've been using my Maria Emmerich every time a person tells me that I look desolate and weak and shit. Hey, what's up, Tone? Oh, just a chill stream, nothing too high octane. Oh, actually 0 octane is happening here. Hello, Carrie. How are you doing? So this is grass-fed cows calculus, right? So this can be applied to like the best scenario of pasture land. So mowing, harvesting grass for winter. Mowing, harvesting hay and alfalfa for winter. Crops got closer to the ground. Yeah, that's the claim I've been making. I stole this from somebody, I don't even remember who. And then pesticides for crops, yes. Pesticides sprayed directly on animals. Predator shot. This is like an extensive list of corpse deaths. Farmers, I think this is supposed to be with apostrophe or somebody. Farmer's cat. To kill, yeah, barn cats. I would call this barn cats. Because that's what farmers call it. Barn cats. Kill mice to keep away from crops and away from cows for disease. Yeah, I think that's true of like small farms. I think medium and large farms don't really deal with cats that just like spray the shit out of that shit. Hey, what's up, Cheap? Were you live right now, Cheap? Sorry, were you still live? Okay. Cows step on and eat tons of bugs. I actually should just like fucking move this list under crop deaths and be done with it. Yep. And let's just open a new subpage. Name. Grass fed crop deaths. Or best scenario. Best scenario. No. What should I call it? Animal deaths for grass-fed beef. Something like that, right? Because that's the claim that the carnivore diet is. You wasn't, you were doing chores. Ah, good lad. So, Cheap, what I'm doing is I'm trying to create like a flow chart for crop deaths. Something that can be went through point by point to make it like really simple. I was asked to do this like a while ago, but procrastinated about it or always found something else to do. Because this demands like formulating a cohesive, progressive argument, and that shit is hard. I love doing it, but then there are like other stuff that is easier to do. So I have never done this yet. So pesticides, barn cats, cow steps on bugs, many cows die before being slaughtered. True. Animal deaths from climate change effects. That wasn't even on my corp deaths list. Climate change effects again. I don't think we need a second one of those. I mean, it's too nuanced. It could be that it's like a separate thing, but it's too nuanced. Environmental problems and costs from supplements for animals. That's an interesting one. So just like the production of supplements for animals, because grass-fed animals are supplemented. So, and then the whole health problems and money saved from it. I'm not sure what they meant by that. Health problems and money saved from it. I'm not sure how that is. Oh, so it's a grass-fed cow calculus. Let me just quickly not delete the original thing and keep it. But just like, hey, what is going on here? Sorry guys, I know this is boring. This is what we are doing now. This is what they are doing today. So let me just not delete the original, but just like adjust it. Why? Why do you do this? Why? Why is this happening? Sometimes. Let me just pick the entire thing, maybe? That's not gonna work, is it? No, it just keeps popping that shit. Maybe just like... There you go. And then... add a sub-page. Animal. Death for... grass-fed beef. And... now we can copy this. And I'm sorry, I know I'll keep flashing Maria Emmerich on screen. It is indeed weird. I just have to have her pictures there. Environmental problems and costs from supplements. So I guess I would delete this as well. Health problems. I don't have land for it. And crop deaths solved by engineering crops, organic farming, greenhouse vegan farming. Yeah, I mean, it's a good point, but I don't know if it belongs here. Yeah, so let's delete it. Hey, what's up, Licensee? What's up, 40-year-old vegan? How you doing? No, what? No, this list, I stole it from somebody who's like, here's a fallout from turning into, like, our food system into, like, grass-fed cow only type situation, right? And, they made the list of fallout. But what I want to make a list of is like actual crop deaths in the best cookie cutter scenario. So this can actually like be broken down as like the best scenario, the best welfare animal production kind of situation, right? Because I think like when you are countering an argument, you should use, as implausible as it would be, the best way to do something, right? And just because, like, usually crop deaths are made by carnivore dieters, and they're like, oh, I just I kill one cow type of situation. Sorry, let me just move it so that you can see it. Anyways, so now that we added that, trophic levels, and then we also added best case scenario animal food production and the animal deaths entailed in it, right? Something like that. So if the flow is from present and just give like an overview of how reality actually works, not intuitively, but empirically, and then like flow into the future, would that be a good flow, do you think, guys? Would be best crop deaths under factory farming, less land, more synthetics, etc. I don't know if there would be less deaths in the factory farm, maybe. But I'm just like kind of predicting what people would say, because most people would say, well, we should make animal farming better. We should give animals basic welfare, or what they would call good lives. So that's why I'm using it, right? Because people would say, well, sure, factory farming fucking sucks. But yeah, that's a good point, I guess. That should be part of the flow, maybe. So present status. And then something like present status that includes factory farming. That's a good addition. Thanks, Chip. And then best case scenario animal farming. And then vegan future, I guess, would be future scenario. Something like that, do you think? With the information that I already have, but like maybe Chip, you would add something else. How do you deal with this question, the crop death question? Would regular farming be any better? It's just like fucking empirics, right? With no idea. Who the fuck ever like compared like factory farming to best scenario animal farming and then said, well, this one kills less animals? We don't have the empirics on that shit, right? So I'm just going with, I'm predicting the questions or the claims, the counterclaims, right? We do have that one study from 3K German farms. What did it say? I'm not familiar with that one. Not for crop deaths. Well, that's what I'm asking for, like the total animals killed count kind of situation. I'm not just looking for crop deaths here when I'm talking about like the best case scenario. Because this is an important thing to do, right? When you are dealing with an unclear claim, which is what crop deaths claim usually is, it's incredibly vague and unclear. It's just like, they don't say, well, we're comparing this, when comparing this to that. Oh, I'm not sure, Chip, I have no idea what you're saying. More land would imply more crop deaths. Depends on what that land is occupied by. Like, I wouldn't imagine that land full of apartment buildings would mean more crop depths. But I'm guessing you mean just like in comparison between best case scenario, which would occupy more land, and worst case scenario, which is factory farming. But factory farming is like more dense, more condensed. And I would argue, and I did argue in the past, that at least for like, I don't know, like animals to step on and stuff like that, at least that a lot of those like species were just like fucking wiped out and no longer exist. But I guess a lot of like flies attracted to shit are gonna be killed there. A lot of mosquitoes. Those are the main species probably gonna be killed. Mice are gonna be killed on dairy farms. If there is like a breakdown of that in some kind of study, Chip, send it my way, please. More grassland. Well, the grassland itself would have like animals in them, wouldn't it? It's so stacked up that I'm kind of trying to avoid harsh empirics. Or like definitive empirics, because we fucking don't have them, do we? People will consider those invasive species. Well, then why wouldn't they consider those invasive species for crop depths? I don't know what would be the symmetry breaker there. If they make that claim, I guess race level, so... Nobody ever made that claim towards me, though, when it comes to crop depths. So I'm not sure. I don't know. Yeah. So maybe that's the better point, to make, like, comparative point, rather than specific points, you know what I mean? Oh, I'm tired all of a sudden. Sorry, guys. Low energy and low IQ today. That's what you're getting from me. That was me high-fiving myself off the camera. Chip, you wanna join in? You wanna jump on? Maybe we can discuss it. Unless you're still doing chores. You would save this this existence of mine. All right. Let me just open Discord. Discord. By the way, if you guys are not in my Discord server and you want to be, fucking should. Fucking should. So I'm gonna jump into there. Chip. That Chip guy.
Hello.
What's up? Oh, let me just hold on. Hold on. Yeah. Let me just actually turn it off, I think. Sorry guys. No one.
Nice.
Oh, but because then I would have to bring you up really high, because people wouldn't be able to hear you if I don't turn off the music, because the music is going to be too loud because you're sitting on the same thing on the desktop audio. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So let me see if I get this straight. What you're trying to do. So you're trying to make a roadmap of how to improve the issue of crop deaths, right?
No.
Okay, then I misunderstood. Sorry.
I was asked by a fellow activist ages ago, I think months ago at this point, to make a flowchart, something that you can just like paste as argument against the claim of crop deaths. And I think it should be like it's a good idea for my site as well, because I do have like a crop death section, and I can make.
But flowchart, doesn't the flowchart just imply like some form of oh, I don't know. It's like a logical scheme, right? Map thingy. I'm sorry, my brain is also.
Yeah, we're
not
screwed
fully
today. It's must be B12 deficiency. So
not existent.
nothing else could make us be all brain scrambled. So yeah, I guess the flowchart part is just like a wrong word to use. What I meant by that is, you know, just like a really good flowing, all-encompassing argument with empirics coming from it, right? With like clickable links to empirics if needed, but just like a really good deep debunk of it, not on a count level, but in a comparative level, right? Because count level is just like silly to even try. I mean, although Debunk Your Brain did it, I guess, but still.
Yeah, but I guess in order to do that, you would have to know, because the reason why I think it's so difficult to know, it's because there are no standards in place.
Mm-hmm.
So you might say, let's take, for instance, soy farming, which is a common one that they bring up, right? That's where the golden crop deaths come from. We don't know, at least personally, I don't know if all the soy farmed is farmed in the same way with the same methods. Yeah. So I'm
That's
not
why I
sure if it's
said-
dependent on the farmer or stuff
Yeah,
like that.
but that's why I said that it should be comparative. So you can make the bigger claim that animal farming kills more animals than crop farming for vegans, for instance, right? That's an easy claim to make. Or that's like an omnivorous diet kills. Well, such a good idea that we're talking. So that's the omnivorous diet kills more animals than the vegan diet. And actually, if we like split it up into like three, a carnivore diet, an omnivorous diet, and maybe like a vegetarian. I wish there were like empirics on this shit, for real, so that I could just like paste the conclusion of a summary of some scientific paper. Is there like a meta-analysis of this kind of shit?
All I have is this article, of which I'm sure you're aware of, the field deaths in plant agriculture article.
Which one is it?
I sent you the full article now. It's a PDF actually, but
let me just check it out.
there is an abstract, but
2019.
yeah.
So we know the animals harmed for plant production. Unfortunately, though, we know little about the scale of the problem. This matters for two reasons. Okay, in this paper, we have two aims. First, we want to collect and analyze all the available information about animal deaths. Let me just make it bigger for you guys. All the animal deaths associated with plant agriculture. Second, we try to show just how difficult it is to come up with a plausible estimate of how many animals are killed by plant agriculture, and not just because of a lack of empirical information. The paper just says what I'm saying, right?
Yeah, exactly that. It's kind of cool.
So additionally, we show that there are significant philosophical questions associated with interpreting available data. So yeah, that's actually a good point. So you know what? This is actually giving me an idea. So instead of this flow, maybe the flow should be lack of lack of empirical data, and then flow into philosophical differences. Or I guess it's not philosophical, it's like moral differences. Moral differences between crop death and direct animal death.
I mean, that's
Animal
obviously-
kills. Sorry?
Is this like okay, so I think as far as I understand, because crop deaths is a complex issue, when you say you want a flow chart, you kind of want which item to tackle first when you're talking to somebody, and what you should bring up first, right? And as you're saying now, lack of empirical data is one thing.
No, I'm
the
just
status that can improve.
not really. No. So what I'm trying to do here is to construct it for myself, how I'm gonna make that graphic, how I'm gonna make that argument. Basically, I'm first gonna write an argument in words, and then I'm gonna turn it into a graphic. So I just want it to flow really smoothly between one point and another. So lack of empirical.
Is it just like a flow of ideas, or is there like, does the flow actually mean something, or is it just
Let
a
it go.
relationship with ideas?
There is no flow.
sorry.
Let it go.
Okay,
It's just
sorry.
a wrong
Sorry,
word
sorry,
that I'm
I'm-
using.
Yeah. So I'm sorry. I'm a very analytical person, and I actually worked on a library that makes flows like these kind of flows, because I worked on process mining stuff, and
Yeah.
I was trying to think of in that situation what exactly each of thing means, but yeah, it's
So
my
let
working
me
brain,
actually
sorry.
like return the word flow and say it's like a script flow. So
Yeah.
each paragraph like is represented in a few words, but then I'm gonna write it like more expanded type situation. Sorry guys, I know you're writing in the chat. I'll address it in a second. So lack of empirical data, moral difference between crop deaths and direct animal deaths, and then despite the differences, animal kills or slaughters, I guess, animal agriculture, let's call it here. Agriculture also kill more, create more crop deaths. So first I'm saying you don't have a way to show that your claim is correct.
Yeah.
And then I'm saying
that's the smartest way to go about it. Yeah, like we have absolutely no empirical data to prove your claim, and saying, like, because the study says, it's very intelligent to say that it may also be nearly impossible to say with a certitude how many animals are killed in that situation.
yeah.
But then go into ... why, and then go into this measurement of why one is better than the other, I guess.
So moral difference between crop deaths and direct animal kills, and then maybe despite the differences, animal agriculture will always. I can't make stable always. That's harsh.
By the way, you should read that abstract all the way to the end, because it's
I will in a second. More crop
yeah.
deaths by the matter of magnitude of land use and and as a matter of trophic levels. Although that one is really dependent on actual practices, in my opinion. There could exist a scenario where trophic levels tip, as I was explaining in the beginning of this stream, and then finish it off with something maybe like
Look at this one. I think you'll like this one. It's actually from that study. I just skimmed through it, and I actually this is one paragraph from. Wait, let's see which page this is.
Yeah, I'm
Ah,
reading
my
it now.
thing doesn't say which page, but it's so interesting because it's exactly what we were saying. It's not that they're being killed, but they move around. I guess read it
Oh,
for everybody. I don't know.
I don't care doing that, like making that point. That's just like uninteresting in my opinion. But like I will link to this PDF study, so I'll just upload the study for this if anybody
Yeah, but
wants to look
it's
into it.
very interesting to say that in this study, the population did decrease indeed, but the population around the crops increased. So essentially, a lot of them moved away. They didn't actually were killed. They weren't actually killed, which is essentially
Oh.
a crock of why it's so difficult to measure these deaths.
Yeah, I could just like finish it off. Well, going back to you can't make the claim that you're trying to make. You
Yeah,
know, by
because
saying,
it's
yeah. Sorry, go on.
yeah, because that's what the thing that's what they'll say, right? Because this isn't just about the fact that it's difficult to number because people don't count or whatever farmers do. That's another thing. But even when we try to do it, we see that even then the numbers kind of fall short because of the fact that a lot of animals don't actually are not actually killed, but they migrate. So
So
yeah,
I could
yeah, I
add
don't know
it.
how to insert that though.
Yeah, I think I'll add it here. Lack of empirical data and uh, uh, um, some data suggests zero uh, close. Some data suggests exaggeration, I guess. How do you write exaggeration? Fuck.
Oh, I don't know. That's a difficult word to write. Wow. I don't think even people who speak English like natively can write exaggeration easily. I think it's
Is it?
Exaggeration.
No, it's not.
I think it's double G. No, it's X.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Exaggeration.
Exaggeration. Suggests exaggeration of plant crop death. Well, it's mammalian though.
Oh, I did it.
I've been saying that when people make the claim about mammals, that's just a stupid claim on its face, and that anti-vegans should move on to making solely the claim about pesticides and insect deaths.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus, I forgot about that. Yeah.
So I don't know if I should even add it because I don't want to go into this like empirical battle about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because they're gonna paste
Yeah.
some kind of bullshit from the what's the name, the sacred cow or something. That's gonna be stupid.
Wait, because the study does mention pesticide and insecticide also. It's quite interesting.
So let me just finish reading this. So additionally, we show that the significant philosophical question associated with interpreting the available data, questions such as different answers generate dramatically different estimates of the scope of the problem. Finally, we document current trends in plant agriculture and cause little or no collateral harm to animals, trends which suggest that field animal deaths are a historically contingent problem that in future may be reduced or eliminated altogether. I would love to read that. I should read this.
Yeah, it talks about predation also. It's a very interesting study. I've been reading through it as we've been doing this, and it's actually I think it definitely broaden our scope when talking about this matter because it explains also why some are bigger issues than we thought. I think I might want to read it also.
Yeah. More homework, yay.
Come on, it's only
Bro,
30 pages.
do you know how much homework I have? Just to show you up. All of these I have to read and add.
Let me see.
All of these. Oh, sorry, I should be showing you this. I shouldn't have assumed that you're watching the stream still.
No, I am watching it. It's just that it doesn't go automatically live always, but yeah, I am
Yeah.
watching it. Oh, holy crap, that's a lot of it. Yeah.
Yeah. So let me just.
Yeah, but that's how you become the smartest of the vegans, huh? That's how you become the one that we all gotta listen to.
Yeah, but I'm also not one of those people who is the smartest. So it's a
Stop
high
being modest.
expectation.
It's 17 pages, this one.
Yeah.
Then it's just references. I'm gonna read through it also. It's
Yeah.
you don't have to, but I'll read through it. It seems like it does provide some interesting things.
Yeah. I'll read through it. It's important stuff. I'll just like for this flow script, it's not necessary in my opinion because I'm not trying to make any like really strong empirical claims. But what do I finish this off? I want to finish it off with something. Oh, what I usually finish it off with, that whichever crop deaths are, it's actually the animal abuser's fault. It's actually the omnivore dieter's fault and not ours. Because, of course, we would have preferred that 0 animals died for our food. But it just happens to be that farmers are not vegan, and it's the animal agriculture that drives monocropping and that blah 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 blah. Yeah, that's good. It's so good.
That's a good point. Yeah,
it's not the vegans' fault. It's the omnivorous, the carnist. Can't call it fucking omnivorous with a straight face. Carnist systems. I'm so glad you joined. This really helped. Really, really, truly. Appreciate it.
I'm good at being a secondary character. I think that's my role in general. I'm pretty good at being a supporting character. I love it. Yeah.
God damn it! No, it's the conversation between us that.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a good flow. I think I'm gonna continue it later. The best stuff happened, so the rest should be relatively easy. Just need to make graphic decisions. It's gonna look horrific, and then
did it make that click in your head now? Is that click there?
Yeah, I think so. I think this is looking good. I just need to like get inspired and write it down, the way I did with the argument for veganism. You just like sat down and wrote it down, all in one sweep. Sorry, my chat was talking to me, or talking amongst themselves, I guess. So, there is one mouse study where they found the mice just leave the edges of the field. So I guess this is Light of Logic. Is it the Mike Stockholm study? Doesn't seem to be. And then mice are not dumb, they know to get out. Maybe that's a point that I should add. But again, I just want to make the global claim about crop deaths and not like specifically, yeah. That's just my preference is to already address the anti-vegans in case they are listening to me saying
Jesus Christ.
They should concentrate on best.
But VPM, as I'm reading through this, I've never considered secondary deaths. There's also that, where animals die as a result of eating other animals that have been poisoned.
So when insects come to a field that's been sprayed, they fly away. Other animals eat those insects and then they die.
They speak here specifically about fish and birds coming in here to eat the fish, and then yeah, they die.
Well, we should go away with carnivory.
It's just it's so insane just how I mean it's obvious, right, when we're farming this kind of stuff, but like I feel like why are we doing farming this way? We could easily isolate farming, right? Why do we do it where there's wild animals?
I'm not sure it's
Vertical
that
farming.
easy. So like when reduced to like a vegan world, maybe would be possible, but like greenhouses are notoriously difficult to
Yeah.
build, use a lot of plastic. So
And vertical farming uses more energy, actually. I actually read a recent study about that vertical farming uses more energy to
Well,
produce the same amount of food.
right now, and it also can't
Yeah.
produce anything but microgreens at this point, right? So
Yeah.
again,
Well, in this study, they actually took into consideration also regenerable energy, and even with all that, it was still worse for the environment than regular farming.
sorry, again, can you repeat that sentence?
Yeah, so even when like vertical farming, maybe I can find a study. Vertical farming, even when using as much energy from regenerable as possible, it was still worse for the environment, as in the energy use, than regular farming, because
Well,
regular
just
farming really doesn't use any energy. So
well, just the isolated energy use, but we need to look at all the parameters
yeah.
and then
Yeah,
like
no, I was
make a
talking
decision.
about energy use, because land use is obviously a different thing.
Because once people actually stop like advocating against like nuclear energy, this might be solved really easily.
Oh, I love nuclear. Yeah, it's weird that people are that way. Yeah, you're
Yeah.
right.
So it's just like our stupidity, just like impeding progress in a huge amount of way. Yeah. But like again, all of those empirics, I'm trying to avoid them here. I don't want to use none
Yeah.
of that shit.
Get it? Yeah.
Yeah, insecticides, herbicides. I guess maybe they kill animals indirectly somehow. But I think I did see somewhere that herbicides somehow kill animals as well, despite being specific for herbs. But yeah, I'm all for all of our food production just moving into a lab. I want a
That would be great,
cubicle
yeah.
cultivated tomato. That's what I want. Fuck.
Imagine if that tomato had the perfect macronutrient profile, and it had that umami taste that we all crave, and you just had to eat that one tomato. You don't even have to cook it. You just bite into it, and it's perfect.
Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah, that's like utopia to me. And it's the cubicle because then it would cut down on like greenhouse gas emissions for transportation, right? Because cubes stack up, basically.
The funny thing is that I actually believe we could achieve that even within our lifetime. It's just, there's no investment in such a thing. And people have an aversion to, it's not natural.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. I think we're well on our way. The only thing that must happen is like animal agriculture must stop like trying to shut all those things down.
But
Or
wait
like
a minute, because
traditional farming
we have
altogether. Sorry.
so we have what's it called, the gene splicing one, CRISPR, and there's another one these days, right? I forgot the name of it. But we have all of these gene splicing stuff, and we have AI. I think if you tell AI what the result, like if AI could somehow inspect the macronutrient profile of the plant, you gene splice it, and you just let AI run, I think in a couple of hours, maybe a couple of days, you'd get the perfect plant.
Yeah. Let's ask our very low model AI 1 sec.
Let's go.
Let's go. What would be the paths, the technological paths, I guess, the technological paths toward full lab plant food production? By that I mean nutrient engineered, zero pesticides, just like de novo, I guess, maybe zero pesticide, cubic tomato. Let's make my fantasy tomato.
Also mention a good macronutrient profile, I guess.
Yeah,
or
I did.
nutrient engineer, maybe that's what it meant.
Nutrient engineered, yeah.
Yeah.
As an example.
And that grows by its own, I guess, or whatever. Yeah.
Well, we can say GHG reduced.
Yeah, that's also a good one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Less water, I guess. Also, minimal water.
Well,
usage.
the GHG, it's gonna doesn't it gonna be
Okay,
in
okay.
GHG?
I hope so. I hope so. Yeah.
That's an excellent question.
What an
Thank you.
excellent question. Yeah, you did say that's an excellent question. Funny. Sorry, I actually am seeing the thing after you see after I talk to you because the stream is a little bit behind.
Yeah. And fascinating one because full lab plant food production sits in the intersection of agri-tech, synthetic biology, and material science. What you're describing in nutrient engineering, the greenhouse gas emissions reduced, zero pesticides, cubic tomato, please, I want it. I can feel biting into it. Represents a potential end game for food tech. Yes, yes. Total control over plant growth and composition without soil, sunlight, or pests. Yes, let's embrace the future of food.
Hell yeah.
Let's break it down into technological paths, distinct R&D directions that could converge to get there. One is controlled environment agriculture as the base layer. This is the hardware infrastructure, the physical lab for plants. Current tech, vertical farms, hydroponics, aeroponics, aquaponics, but those are like, they are really wasteful at this moment, aren't they? Well, again, you can solve like a lot of things.
It does say high energy cost.
Yeah. But once that's the only thing, right? And everything else falls into it. So if you solve the energy issue, you solve the water issue with it. Because then you just like take the gray water or even the brown water and you make it into, I don't know what it's called, good water, right? Because right now you can do that, right? You can basically take used water and turn it back into good usable water. It's just like incredibly energy intensive. But once the energy thing is solved, the water thing is solved as well. So hydroponics, all of that can be like, who cares? Let's like flood the rice fields with water. And then, okay, so plants grown in stacked environments using nutrient solutions, full control over light, spectral light, humidity, temperature, CO2, and nutrients. Advantages: 95% less water, no pesticides, year-round production. Limitations: high energy cost, limited crop range, and still biologically natural. Yeah, we don't want natural. We want the opposite. Next step, AI optimized climate recipes is what you said. Dynamic control of all variables for flavor, texture, and or nutrient density. Yes, please. Make a protein-rich tomato, and that's basically the only thing I'm gonna eat for the rest of my life.
Hell yeah.
make it also like do something with my brain chemistry so that it reminds me of the type of tomatoes that I used to eat as a child, which I haven't tasted in like literal fucking ages. So yeah, let's do that.
Like the heirloom tomato, you mean, right? Like the heirloom tomatoes.
I
taste
don't
like
even
that.
know, dude, but they used to be like huge, and you take a sniff of them and they taste a very specific way, and then you like cut it open and you just bite into them. And the flavor is nothing like the flavor of like modern tomatoes that I have access to. It's just like heavenly in comparison
you
to the
should-
modern tomatoes.
You should look for heirloom tomatoes in your area.
I don't
They're
even know
very
what that is.
they're very tasty. They look like they look weird. They don't look circle or something.
Oh yeah,
they
they're
look
like
this.
look like pumpkins a little bit, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
Those are really good, tasty.
That's what I kind of remember. But also like just like fucking huge. That's what I remember. I guess because I was a child, maybe they looked huge.
And here in the Netherlands, we have these tomatoes called tasty tomatoes, which are actually tasty. They're like they're literally called tasty, but yeah.
I wish. Like the closest to enjoying a tomato these days I get is like when I buy cherry tomatoes. They sometimes don't suck.
Yeah.
Unfortunately,
there's
they
a lot
still
of cherry
often suck.
tomatoes thing.
Sorry?
Yeah. I hear here you get a lot of cherry tomatoes, and I love them. I use them actually as a snack often. But yeah, I get what you mean. To be honest, even with all of these tomatoes that they have here, which I guess the Dutch are kind of obsessed with tomatoes or something. When I went to Serbia and I tried the tomatoes that have those seeds that have been given from generation to generation, the zestiness, the taste, because the zestiness is also something which you don't get easily, right? It's a whole thing. It's a whole thing.
Yeah, I remember the sweetness. It is a fucking fruit in it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So blah blah blah. Closed. So solid state LED solution for ultra efficient photon conversion, closed loop nutrient recovery from organic waste or atmospheric nitrogen fixation system. CEA provides a physical platform, but to make your cubic tomato, we need biological engineering and engineering advances. Yes, please. Genetic and metabolic engineering of plants. This is the biological design redesign layer. Current state, CRISPR-Cas, I think is called.
Yeah, that's how the name CRISPR-Cas9. Yeah.
Yeah, allows precise edits to genes controlling, growth rate, nutrient uptake, stress tolerance.
I didn't even think about growth rate, like that it also grows fast. That would be amazing.
Tomato in 2 weeks. Holy fuck.
Yeah.
Stress tolerance. I'm salivating.
Yeah.
Shape. I'm convincing myself into the future. So now the present is gonna look fucking bleak. Shape and symmetry. Make a cubic geometric fruit. Synthetic promoters can fine-tune expression levels. Next step, metabolic pathway rewiring for enhanced micronutrient content, iron, B12 analogs, omega-3 precursors, protein. Add protein into that shit. That's like a protein salad right there. Reduced anti-nutrients like lectins and oxalates. Who gives a shit? Should we give a shit about those?
I mean, oxalates are good, but oxalates also affect nutrient absorption. So yeah, it's good to have less of them in a plant. So yeah, it would be nice to have less.
Well, like, this one isn't cooked again as well, so lectins probably would be preferably removed. Yeah, but like,
Yeah.
If you just have like a problem with oxalates, you just engineer it to have like more nutrients. The way like a multi-supplement works.
Yeah, sort of like that. Yeah, it would be like a supplement, a multi tomato, a multi supplemented tomato. That
Yeah. Um, and then like, no longer am I gonna be accused of taking pills. I'm taking tomatoes, man. I'm taking tomatoes. Morphogenic.
yeah, we should also add creatine to it, just a bit, just
Oh
to, also
yeah.
on that.
Yes, sir. Well, not a little bit, like a huge amount. It's only good like in supraprendial amounts, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, I guess, yeah, you don't want to, because you want to eat more than one tomato a day, right? If they're so good, yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah. So,
What
but
do you
still,
want calorie wise? Calorie wise, would you want them to have a lot of calories or less calories? Like,
well, you
would you
would have
want
to
one
because
tomato?
if you want to add like protein in it, if you want to add omega-3s in it, it would have to be like a very calorie dense tomato.
You could save the world with it, right? If
Yeah.
it's calorie dense, and yeah, you could
Yeah.
get a lot of food at a lot of places.
Just stack the cube tomatoes in a plane and just like send that plane to Antarctica.
Of all the things, like, because planes have that tubular shape, you know? So
Ah, shit.
we're-
Fuck. Well, it would go in crates anyways.
yeah, true. It's true.
Right. It's just gonna diverge in like towards the end, and you know, it's just gonna be like 5 crates on the bottom, but 3 crates on the top. Still gonna create the tubular shape.
Now I kind of wanted this to happen. How can we make this happen? How can we make this
Bro,
square tomato? Like, I want to go into the supermarket and see. When I already see that stand, that clean future, all white, surrounded all white. You know, like you're in the future already. Tomato that will just make your life better, and we
And-
can charge a lot of money for it at first.
if it can be like a bright pink color, mwah. Just like to really
Why bright
trigger
pink?
the conservatives.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. So, yeah. Well, the thing is, we want people to buy it.
Yeah, I know. I know. I'm just joking at this point. Like, you know,
Yeah.
it could be like bright blue as well. You know, just
Yeah.
like to
I was
sex
gonna
them,
say,
to sex the tomatoes.
there's no blue. There's no blue in nature, right? As far as I know, is that
Yeah.
is that the thing? Yeah. So
All right. So enhanced micronutrient, blah blah blah, reduced anti-nutrient. That's fine. So morphogenetic control, engineering plant hormones to define geometry and size, enabling designed plant organs. Well, you can like the way they grow the cubed what's his name? The cubed watermelons. You don't even need engineering. You just need restriction while it's growing, right?
I have seen that. You're right, but I've seen it so rare. Like, yeah, you're right. If you let the watermelon it grow around the box, it will grow cube.
Oh, in the box.
cube
Yeah,
shape.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But like it probably, I don't know, grows slower or something because it's in a box. But you can control for that. But I'm just saying, like, right, you don't even need the morphogenetic control. You can just like mechanically solve this problem. Epigenetic programming using methylation control to stabilize desired traits without permanent genetic changes. Awesome. In short, plants become programmable. Yes. Organisms are grown like biomachines. Yeah. Some people would be
amazing.
listening to this live and would be like, oh my God, that sounds like dystopia. I'm like, no, fuck no. That's the future.
Yeah. That's
Lo-
utopia, not dystopia.
Yes, absolutely. Plant cell agriculture and tissue engineering. This is the replacement of whole plants with in vitro systems. Current state, plant cell agriculture. Plant cell culture, callus or suspension culture. Already used for high-value compounds, vanilla, saffron, ginseng. 3D bioprinting of plant cells has been demonstrated experimentally. That's cool. That's awesome. Like, I would like also my tomato to have more seeds. I know I'm a weird person, but I like the seed part more than the flesh part.
But VPM, we don't need any of that because we're not selling the tomato. We're selling the machine that will 3D print the tomato however you want the tomato to be. You say how much protein you want the tomato to have, what vitamins you want the tomato to have, what shape you want the tomato to be in.
To be fair,
All of it.
Chip, I don't think that's a good idea, at least not like in the foreseeable future. If you have such a machine, it should still be like mass produced. So like a production point in one place and distribution to others. I think that's like just gonna be more efficient than each person
Like-
having a machine in their house.
Like one per neighborhood or something, yeah.
Yeah, it
Well,
could
maybe
be
not
like
one per
small
neighborhood,
scale.
one per block or something, yeah.
Yeah, like where I live, I have like in a walking distance. So I have one supermarket 15 minutes away, another supermarket 20 minutes away, and like small, like tiny supermarkets, like not supermarkets, but like more like, I don't know, like tiny.
Corner
I call
stores.
them tiny food deserts because it's all just junk food and stuff. But like big supermarkets, I have like the closest one, like maybe 15 minutes walk. So if like a supermarket has one of those machines, it can probably provide for like 30-minute walk one way to the other, kind of, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see what you mean. But if we want to sell these to Americans, we gotta let them have one in their house. You know how Americans are.
Sure. Hey, what's up, Diego? Sorry, I've been ignoring the chat. I'm so sorry, guys. So plant cell culture and tissue engineering. This is the replacement of whole plants with in vitro systems. Current. Did I read this already? I did. Next steps: structured plant tissue fabrication. Create edible tissues, tomato flesh, spinach leaf, by guiding differentiation in bioreactors, scaffold-based plant growth. What does that mean? Using cellulose or hydrogel matrices to guide cell arrangement and texture. Even more futuristic, dude. You just get a cube and then you program it yourself to taste however the fuck you want.
That's amazing. I
Yeah.
want it to taste like coconut from time to time.
I would take pineapple. Coconut of all things. That would be like the least desirable flavor for me,
What?
frankly. Yeah.
Wait. What? You don't like coconut?
I mean, it's not like I don't like it, but out of all the flavors, that would come up last, frankly. Or one of the last ones.
You're crazy. Coconuts are delicious.
That's fine.
It's funny how different our tastes are. I like it.
Finally, we're different in something, Chip. That's that. Culture bioreactors that simulate root-shoot interactions metabolically. That's interesting. So something like, it's not like a physical root. It's just like a mechanical connection that acts like a root. Am I understanding this correctly?
By the way, we've been gaslighting your chat, just to be clear. We've been saying American vegans, and people have an opinion on coconuts also. So.
All right, I'm sorry. Oh, Race Level says, agree, fuck coconuts. I wouldn't say fuck coconuts. It's just like the least desirable flavor profile for me. One of the least. I would say there are things that I would choose under coconut, obviously, but those are things I would find like actually disgusting. So, results: lab-grown plant meat, real plant tissue, but grown without the whole organism. That's good. So, synthetic nutrient metabolite synthesis. This part deals with custom nutrient engineering, building specific molecules for or inside plants. Precision fermentation. Yes. Already used for proteins, fats, vitamins. could produce plant secondary metabolites, flavonoids. So could be like present like you could do like precision ferment, I guess, like a growth serum for the tomato, if I'm understanding it correctly. Without agriculture, microbial nutrient loop, engineering microbes, recycle waste CO2 or nitrates into plant nutrients. Fantastic. Dynamic nutrient infusion, automated delivery of exact micronutrient ratios during growth for nutrient optimization, dialing up potassium for flavor, calcium or firmness. End game, every plant batch is chemically profiled and tuned. A tomato could be designed for specific dietary goals like enhanced lycopene and zero histamines. There are people who are allergic to tomatoes? I guess there would be.
That's a good question.
Yeah. If they're saying like zero histamines. I don't know. Carbon and energy optimization, greenhouse gas reduced. Oh shit, this is very long. We're going to finish this up and then I'm going to go. Your greenhouse gas reduced requirements ties into system level engineering. I guess we can skip this one. It's just basically just like create energy.
I was just going to say, you don't have to read the steps. You can also just read like the headlines and a little bit under.
All right.
Because I feel like the steps,
I'll do that.
It's like highlights.
So carbon and energy optimization, but it says how, and I want to know how. I do want to read it. I'm sorry. Integrate, integrate renewable energy, solar, wind power, LED pumps and climate control, use carbon capturing nutrient cycles, CO2 from air and fermentation used to feed plants. That's interesting. Residual biomass recycled for biochar or hydrogen production. AI-driven life cycle analysis, each production batch tracked for carbon footprint optimization. I would love to have like this tomato to come with like a label of how much greenhouse gases it used.
It's an interesting one also,
Yeah, computational and AI integration. Well, we got it, sweetie. ChatGPT is like really trying to sell itself as the solution. Materials and form engineering to achieve cubic. To achieve cubic tomato or any other design and geometry techniques, genetic control of cell wall deposition to influence plant organ shape, micro-molded growth used today for design melons. Jesus Christ.
I guess that's what you meant, right?
Yeah. Physical. No, the way it's worded, it's weird. So micro-molded growth. Why is it micro-molded? Oh, I guess because it's for each one.
Every time.
Yeah.
Yeah, every time you have to adjust.
Okay, gotcha. Because I gotcha. Otherwise, it would be bent out of shape if you just put it in one box. It would be like round, and then it would have to. No, I think they just. I don't think so. I think they just use like the one mold. So they put one mold up, and then it grows round, and then it has to like adjust to being. That's why it has like beveled. If you look at the cube watermelon, it's not fully cubed. It has like beveled edges.
But maybe that's not always the case, maybe because I had the plant in my house that you have to always adjust the way the place that it grows. So maybe it's just called micromolded growth, this idea of manipulating how a plant grows. It doesn't mean necessarily that you have to do it sequentially or every step of the way, but rather just once, I guess, in the term of fruit. But maybe it's just called that way. I don't know.
I think in this case, micro just means for each one, for each fruit.
Yeah.
Yeah, could be. I don't know. It's weird. That's why I said it's worded weirdly. So shape plants physically as they grow. I guess this would require like the most stuff, like physical stuff. Post-growth restructuring using gentle 3D footprinting. with real plants, tissue materials. Well, that would be weird. That would be like a pile of I don't know. That one is weird. Convergent synthetic botany. I think it's giving us infrastructure, vertical farms, and renewable energy. Well, it's given it. That's like a summary, I think, at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah. So awesome. I want it. Let's make it
Wait, it says
happen.
2025 to 2075. Fuck. That's about the time when I'll die.
Yeah. I'll be long dead.
Nah, come on.
My genetics are kind of crap cheap.
Yeah, I mean, I calculated today that I'll probably die between the year 2070 and 2080, somewhere around that time.
27 and 28? Bro.
2070 and 2080.
Oh, 2070 and 2080. No, I'll probably
Yeah,
die
around
by
90.
earlier.
Around 90. That's because everybody in my family lived around 80, 85. I have some family members who lived around 90, but I'm fairly healthy, so yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna let you go and say goodbye to your chat or whatever, so that it's been a pleasure coming here, but yeah.
Yeah. All right.
So a race lever is gaslighting everybody, and it's fun to see. So.
What's going on? What are you doing, Wrestler? I don't know. I don't want to read. All right. See you later, Chip. Bye.
Cheers.
All right. So I think we've done a lot of progress. We've done this, and then we've fantasized about like utopian stuff. And that's a good day of work and chill and vibe and whatever else I put in that title. Right. I appreciate everybody for coming. See you next time.